Hello and welcome back, I'm Count Christo and this is our Ming Heirs of the Empire campaign in MEIOU and Taxes 2.0. The Pretender in the north is just being struck down at the moment. We're blitzing through them. So your feedback in terms of what I should do with this campaign has been overwhelmingly in favour of going tall. So we shall go tall. Lots of people have said colonize. The colonization mechanics are not done. There is an unofficial hot fix, which I have not downloaded because I didn't want to risk it. So unfortunately, colonization is not really a viable strategy for us, even though, as some people mentioned, you know, this area is just asking to be colonized. So we're going to wait on colonization for now. Make your recommendations for a colonization campaign. I would be in favor of Ming, because I'm I'd be in favour for Castile, just because Castile is my go-to country in this game. It was the first country I ever played in a proper campaign, and first country I did a world conquest with. It's a good country. It's a fun country to play. But I'm open for recommendations. So, yeah, the other thing you were saying, yeah, build tall, basically. We want to build megacities. Okay, so should we focus on the capital, or should we build megacities everywhere? Is one of the first questions we need to address. I mean, I feel like we need some kind of local administration over here. Quite painfully need it over here. We've managed to get that over to green. That's pretty good. Is this not stated? This is not stated. Since this is one of my areas where we've got an administration, I really feel like this should be a state. I mean, it's trying to go down right now. Right? Oh no, it's going up very slightly actually. But being in a state would reduce it. We've only got one state left though, yes? No, we've got two left. Alright, well, one here and one for Beijing. I mean, I'd like one over here. We'll get more states eventually. Let's put one here. There we go. Is that adding places for me to core? No, good. We already got cores in all this area. Excellent. Actually, we also have cores here. Well, you're in trouble then. In terms of how we're going to subdue the Manchurian tribes, I'm not sure. I mean, we could make them all tributaries, I guess. Where's my diplomats in the macro builder? Oh, there it is. Okay, we can't offer tributaries Mongolistan. Interesting name. We can offer them vassalization, but we can't offer them tributary. That's interesting. Maybe we vassalize Mongolistan? I mean, I don't want to integrate them, so I'd rather have them as a tributary, because tributaries can generate monarch points. Speaking of tributaries generating monarch points, this is the first episode of a new recording session, in case it wasn't abundantly clear from my slight lack of knowledge of what the heck's going on. Can we turn any of these onto Diplo? I assume I have a good reason for them being on Diplo. We're doing a Diplo idea group, I have to imagine. Ah, I know me. We're doing trade, right, because we thought that would be a good way to pull in money. I think that's not wrong. Someone, I'm afraid I've forgotten your name, he has a Velociraptor profile picture, but I can't remember his name just now, said we should take innovative at Tech 20. That's apparently when innovative unlocks. Is that clear on here? Not really. 20 unlocks these two things, whereas to me that looks like 20 unlocks the move from innovative to democracy. So we're going to take innovative because he says it's crazy good, and from the modifiers he's been reeling off, he's not wrong. They look extremely good. But first, subjugation of these guys. Now, Yuan, a certain amount it is core my territory. I reckon this is all mine. At least up to... where would be the border? I mean, I know the border is traditionally like somewhere here, or at least the cores think so, but maybe here could be the border. The border ideally should follow state lines. Yeah. Here, 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 Inner Mongolia. We take up to there, and then we leave these little areas alone. We'll probably tributize the rest. Tributize, I know that's probably not a word, but I'm probably going to keep using it. You can demand tributary, but it costs 500 Diplo points. I imagine that's scaling with development, surely. Vassal is also 500. Oh, we're on Reconquest CV anyway. Okay, so we may tributize kind of the northern area, but I think we'll take up to the bits, the edge bits here. Not because it'll be hugely profitable, because when you're building tall, you might as well work on nice borders, right? Let's keep pressing on. They've got, like, nothing, haven't they? Yeah. I don't know why I'm saying like so much this episode. I'll cut down on that. Alright, you guys split. Another earthquake. Where is Zen? And I'm going to stop trying to pronounce it at that stage. Oh, that's not good. Did it spread for... Is it just this province? Okay, it's just this province, thank goodness. I thought it was going to spread to our capital. Well, spread to, you know, ripple out. It's not really... Is it spreading? I'm not sure you can describe an earthquake as spreading. I'm not sure. We invented cannons yet? We have. Have we got any cannons yet? We have not. Okay, so after this war we're going to modernise the military. Why have I got so much money? What am I saving up for? Oh, that's right, we were going to put a local administration in the capital, which is going to cost 5.5k. He's a genius. Alright, so we'll keep saving up for that. Ah, that's right, we've got loads of peasant issues at the moment. We've got this, this chaos thing. Floods. So the floods are presumably just happening mostly on this river and this river, I imagine. Not sure what we can do about that. You can increase the funding for flood defense, but I don't know. It looks like that flood was just here, causing this province trauma. Yeah, there it is. Flood trauma. But I'm not really sure what we can do about that. Because when you increase the flood defenses... Oh, great. There's no dialogue after that. It just does it. Okay. That's really silly. And you can just start or stop committing extra funds to flood infrastructure. And it doesn't even put a modifier in the province. I think we don't worry about flooding on the Yangtze River, which sounds a bit insane, I know. But province gained. No, we'll just seize it in the peace deal. It might sound a bit crazy to ignore flooding on the Yangtze River, which I'm sure has colossal amounts of flooding. But I don't understand it. If someone could tell me how much it costs, or I'm sure I could hunt around for a while and find it, but I think I might not be the most entertaining thing to watch. Me fumbling around with tooltips and pop-ups and things trying to figure it out. So if anyone knows, please do let me know. I'll have a look at it before I play, I don't know, Egypt or something, when it would really matter. I don't know. We should actually know. Okay, the capital... Okay, we're already committing extra funds to flood infrastructure on the capital. Okay, is it showing anywhere here? God, so much local wealth, it's glorious. No, okay, there's nothing showing it there, but we have definitely got flood defense in the capital. That seems wise. If we're going for mega cities. Actually, speaking of, is this a flooding area? Let's commit extra funds to this one as well, since this is our kind of central capital, main capital, kind of north central capital. Can't remember where we were going to put the south central capital. Maybe here. Here. Then we'll have the southern capital down here, western capital over here, and northern capital up here. Gifted animist. Because our piety is so low, we only get one option for these. Conversions to animist. I was hoping we might be able to kind of have some kind of inquisition against those guys, but we'll see. The Division of the East. Yes, the Office of Maritime Influence is still abusing their power. Not sure we're ever going to be able to get rid of them. So I think we just live with the fact that they're going to give us some negative prestige every now and again. One place we can't court, because I'm at war with Yuan, who has a court there. Right? Right, cool. Wow, they have cores on a lot. They start with cores on all of southern China as well, I think. So, yeah, there we go. Maybe they lost it when I unified southern China. They might have got an event like, you know, southern China unites against us or something to remove their cores. We're going to keep declining these province gained. So I would like at least all of my cores off you, which you can easily identify by all the ones that have 0 victory points. I've been making a terrible mistake. Ah, dear. That's annoying. We can't take all the land off them that we want because it's such high pop, and this game can't handle Conquest very well when the area is high pop. Yeah. Okay, so even with Reconquest, we can't actually take these areas because 42 pop province alone takes 22 Diplo power. 22 even with the Reconquest CV. That's ridiculous. I mean, that's a 44 war score province at the beginning of the game. Wow. So I think we will have to seize some provinces in order to make this war work. Are we getting surrender timers up here? No, good. So it's not going to take... The surrender time is not going to apply in areas that we're not wanting. So I can just click through those with reckless abandon. If you would split up, keep coming up here. Might as well use this as an opportunity to explore this area, Terra Incognita. I like that Terra Incognita is more restrictive in this mod than it is in vanilla. I think that's fun change. Available diplomat. Yeah, well, I can't offer protectorate while I'm at war, so I don't really have a function for him. Where could I send you? Nowhere really. I think you can go and garrison the capital. I'll send some more people after him soon. Another occupation there. Glorious. Keep spreading out. You can make states. I don't really want to. But thanks for the offer. Still saving up money. Ooh, Peasants' War. Bad luck. Yoink. We'll take that. Gosh, that's ugly. Oh well. We'll take this one in the peace deal for sure. Important river just here. Gifted Sunni. Important river just here for defense in Hoi. This one too. We've been doing lots of fighting in Hearts of Iron multiplayer around this area recently, so it's all quite intriguing to see it from another direction, I suppose. Easy wins as the glorious army of the Ming marches north, unstoppably crushing the last vestiges of Yuan resistance. So you can go there, you can go there. Perfect. Nice. On that siege done there, you can go and join the capital garrison, I think. So I hadn't really noticed Tang is still alive, which is quite funny. We could reconquest them. Here, you guys come over here and we'll win that war too. Famine! Oh god, just when I was trying to save money. Okay, where's the famine? Oh, Jesus. This is like one of our best... Sorry, this is one of our best areas. There's a famine in the capital. No. Wait, food shortage. No, it's just called food. No, food shortage is like the lower tier of famine. Okay, cool. Terrible famine spreading out of this area. God darn it. That's awful. Alright. Circumstances are conspired in such a way as to cause famine in the countryside. So we can do everything we can, which costs... What? Which costs 16,000 ducats. Or 6,000 ducats, which means we... So this mitigates half the deaths due to famine. This mitigates a quarter, and this mitigates none. 6,000 ducats. And if you do these two, you have the same chance of losing stability. But this one, you reduce it down to 25%. I mean, that's so much money. But I think we are going to do this one. We're not going to do this because the loans would just be unreal. So we're going to do this. Yes, okay, at least we didn't lose stability. So let's see. We're going to have to take, how many loans? Just one loan. But there's a base 8% interest. Really hurts. Loans are really bad in this mod. When I say bad, I mean, I like their design, but they're really bad to have. God, 50 ducats of interest. See what I mean? That's crazy. So now we're just saving to repay our loan. It's a good thing we had a little nest egg sitting around, isn't it? That's why it's good to have a big pile of money sitting unused. Because things like famine and plague are stupendously expensive if you want to mitigate them. I think we might now, knowing that it's 16,000 ducats to pay for the famine event, we might like constantly hold like 10,000 ducats on hand. Maybe that's the sensible thing to do. Because that way, you know, we'd always be able to take the good one. You still take some loans, but that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. No, one more. Over here. Thank you. Province gained. Excellent indeed. Excuse me. Let's keep conquering this area. Just waiting for surrender timers, really. Chinese unification against these guys, because now I border them. They are a vassal of Yuan. Probably should have called them in. Don't you think? So I guess they're on... he's got 98% legitimacy. He's probably on... What's it called? Scootage. Come and deal with this guy for me, would you? So the mighty army, the mighty Ming forces did begin to take rather a lot of attrition as they conquered their way through the north, but their numbers blotted out the sky, and so their commanders didn't care. We're just going to keep sending them in. March ever onwards. Could you? Thank you. God, that famine, man. That hurts. That hurts. No city pops have died in the capital yet, though. So this is probably because I have too many urban pops or something? But there aren't that many urban pops around here. What increases... this produces rural wealth growth. Now, is rural wealth farming? This increases urban gravity, though, as well. Okay, so farming efficiency. Extra yield represents extra yield per farmer. So this area is just bad farming efficiency, or it might be because there's a famine. Each rural population produces 1 unit of food, which is enough to feed itself. However, this value is multiplied by the farming efficiency of the province. So if a province has 10 rural population and 20% farming efficiency, it will produce 12 food, 10 of which is eaten by rural, leaving 2 excess food. 1 excess food can support 1 rural production power or 1 city dweller. How about... I guess these guys are also city dwellers? The upper class live in cities too? Okay. So is there any way I can affect farming efficiency? If it's not just the same as urban wealth, I don't know how I can affect it. I mean, I feel like a warehouse ought to affect it, but it doesn't say that it does. This is all just kind of town building, basically. Let's put farming efficiency on the map, and let's see if it's just all terrible here. And if it is, I'm going to assume that's because the extra regional food. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a second. Show farming efficiency in provinces. Okay, so the farming efficiency is god awful across the entire country. Holy hell, it's awful everywhere. 0%, 0%, 0%, 0%, 0%, and then it's okay around here. Well, okay, 10%, 10%, 10%. Is this bad everywhere? No, this river has it good. Is farming efficiency just a base thing, or can you affect it? I'd really like to know. Let's look in farming efficiency. Farming efficiency determines how much it makes. Doesn't seem to say. Okay, how about show me the extra regional food on the map mode. Okay, here we go. We've got 20% of excess food used, 10% of excess food used, whereas over here we've got 40% of it used. But that means there's food left over. Right? 40% of the excess food in this region is already being consumed by rural industry or cities. Growth of cities and rural industries in this region is reduced by 40%. But that means... I mean, if we're only eating 40% of the excess food, how the heck do we have a famine? I guess it's more like a blight than a famine. So it's saying severe food, you know, extreme food shortage. We've got spare food. So I suppose it means more like a blight than a famine. Like it's not that there's a systemic lack of food. It's that just this year there's been a really bad crop, and so there's low food. Seems like what I'm hearing here. Let's just remove modifiers. Okay, well, I mean, this was a bad episode for our economy, I imagine. We just took a huge hit in terms of this famine decimating us, but it was a good episode in terms of glorious conquest of the north. So you win some, you lose some. Until the next one, thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.